Hello guys, and today I'm here to talk about the comic book artist and his assistants. No, I'm just joking. If I had done reviews, I would have done reviews on, or done reviews when this aired, I would have done reviews on it because it's a really good series. And yeah, it's not that much of a fan service, in my opinion. But yeah, let's talk about Prison School episode 10. Which it starts, as I recall, on dash one day to the guys are being expelled from the school, and Gaktu he has lost it completely because yeah he hasn't been had it easy. He has basically like fornicated him off, yeah, shit himself in a room full of girls, to get Kiyoshi out on a date with Chiyoko that time. That is basically broken him. He's like, so yeah, he has no concept of time or anything because he's like when what's he called? Kyoshi gets a letter from a girl because it's baked into the bread. He's when Gakuto sees this, it's like Kyoshi gets a letter from a girl, and no one cares because in the worst case, it doesn't matter because they will get expelled anyway. So yeah, there's really nothing to lose from that. And yeah, he comes up with the sixth plan because oh my god, that's brilliant. We're gonna bake ourselves into the food and then escape that way. Man, that is oh man, he's really insane. And uh, then when basically the guys are being told by Maker they can basically order anything because that's what they do in Texas on the prisoners' last day. I think that is like the people on death row, they can order the best thing, they know of food, and what's called the prison will get them. And Kanto like, give me uh, what's it called? So I cannot grasshopper uh, on rice, man. And actually, of course, what you called Maker takes that serious and basically are like out running after those grasshoppers. It's really funny. It's really funny. And actually, that letter there, they like use as a decoy that actually saves them in this episode, or the idea, because yeah, basically Maker, she comes with the food and then she also drops a withdrawal request so they can like write it down, and of course Kiyoshi, he he is smart, so he gets them to write like a formal apology where they tell the true story, like what happened, uh, but basically the girls are trying to get them expelled, but that's only a decoy because his true, like confession and what got the principal to get down to them is actually what he wrote in his withdrawal request because he saw him, like putting his collection down in that earth that time when he was out. And also, actually, it's really funny because the grasshoppers. Doctor he eats it and he's like, and it brings him back to sense. Where basically like has so long time passed, basically because for him it's like I think there was like a week for according to in his brain, and he comes up with a plan that requires like I think a week or 3 days to work. Um, and we know that he's pretty smart, so it could help them, but sadly they don't have that time because they are getting expelled tomorrow. But yeah, as I said, the principal he gets to talk with them And it's so funny because uh, the school not school president, the principal, he's basically like giving them a question, butts or boobs, and of course most people would talk about boobs as the ultimate thing because yeah, but this isn't the answer he wants. He wants ass, and Kiyoshi tells him that because he knows the taste of him. But the principal is smart because everybody could say that because with his with Kyoshi's knowledge he could get it, that answer easily. So he asked him why did he choose butts over boobs, and he's thinking very hard because he's like, I can't, he can basically not he can't get the answer, but thanks to Maker basically, like crawling on the window, to hear what they are talking about, he gets the answer because when humans walked on all four, asses looked basically like boobs. So they was the original things, but when they started walking upright, women developed boobs to like imitate the butt. So do you want the real thing or do you want a pale imitation? Oh my god, man. That was actually really brilliant. And yeah. And then the principal, he basically like hugs him and says, "You're a true ass guy." Oh man, that's so good, man. And they get an extension, well, one day. One day, because it's funny because what's it called? You remember that Marty? She says that her motto is that people who like crows can't be a bad person. The principle is people who like butts, guys that like butts can't be bad people. So he gives them one because that's all he can give them. And that is where the episode ends. So they have one day to figure out how to get the plan, and I wonder how will they actually manage that. Also, there was one thing I almost forgot to talk about, and that's Hana, because she's out shopping for some food cloth, and then she comes across a mushroom, and she's like, something she remembers, like she can't remember it exactly. The time in the nurse's office where her and Kiyoshi, they was under the bed hiding for Shioka, which I actually wonder, does he have a motto like people who like that can't be bad people? I've guessed that is people who like wrestling can't be bad people. I would guess that, but back to Hannah basically, she remembers that when she, you know, Kyoshi's mushroom, yeah, and she passed out, yeah, but she can't remember. But during cooking class, she suddenly remembers, and then she shows up like with a knife, and where is Kiyoshi? And she has the mushroom and basically cuts off the head of the mushroom. Yeah. Oh my god. And she's like, let me come in. Let me get in. I gotta kill Kiyoshi and then I'm gonna kill myself. Oh man. And if it wasn't for Meika, Kiyoshi may have died or have his mushroom cut off, but yeah, that was lucky for him. And I must say, this episode of Prison School, it was really good. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the next. I really need to find out when it airs and then watch it on the day so I can bring it out to you fast and also get my curiosity sated. Now, when we talk about curiosity, I really should watch Gate soon because I'm curious. I'm curious from what I read in the summary of the latest one. But enough about that. I think that I will be wishing you all a good day, a good night wherever you are, and see you guys later. And have a good night. Cheers.